Hello everyone, welcome to another lesson. If you've been following along, you realize that we've been talking a lot about var, let, and const keyword, the way we declare variable in JavaScript. And in this lesson, I just want us to take a look at the difference between these three keywords, var, let, and const. So I'm going to be, talking about each in the aspect of their scope with declaration, reassigning, and hoisted. In my previous lesson, I've talked about what hosting means in JavaScript. So now I'm going to be picking far as the first one and talked about it. So far as a keyword for declaring variable in JavaScript has a global scope, which means that if you declare a variable with var, you can always call it from anywhere in your code. It is always going to be available because it's not scope to the block where it is declared, but as a global scope in JavaScript. And as well, you can also redeclare it. You can also reassign it. And then it's also hosted in the sense that it can be used without being initialized. So let's quickly take a look at that in my code editor. So what I'm saying is that I can have a variable x is equal to 3. And then I'll say console.log. You can see that currently my console.log is showing 3. I can redeclare this variable and say, oh, x is no longer, 3, but now 7. You can see that a var keyword allows me to do that. And I can as well say, oh, okay, oh, x is equal to, maybe 5, and then do something like var x. Can you see? I'm getting 5, so it will still work. So this means that JavaScript is a var keyword is globally scoped. It can be redeclared and it can also be reassigned, which means that I can even change this value to 9 and it will still accept it and work. But when it comes to let, if I try to do the same thing with let, if I change it to let keyword, I change this to let. By trying to redeclare it, I'm going to be getting an error because I'm getting this syntax error that identifier X has already been declared. But what if I want to reassign the value? Can you see it allows me to reassign the value, but I cannot redeclare it. Now let me change this to const. I'm still showing the difference between the three. And can I do const X? You see, there's already an error. X has already been declared. And what if I try to reassign this value to 7? It's still not accepted because const in JavaScript doesn't support reassignment and redeclaration. So these are the difference between these three ways by which you can, declare your variable. And do not forget that both let and const, they are not hosted, which means they cannot be used if you don't initialize them. It cannot be initialized if not declared. So these are the differences between var, let, and const. I hope that by now, in working on your own program or in your own project, you have a solid understanding of how to handle variable naming, variable methods, and then variable manipulation in your project. Thank you. I'll see you in the